Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gonzo Ewok channel with me Ewok.
And me, Gonzo.
And today Gonzo is going to be playing some more Prison Architect.
Yeah, I think there.
No, I didn't have to think, I was expecting you to jump in there, but you know, we haven't scripted it or discussed it, so I don't know why I thought you would know what I was thinking.
This isn't Geordie's Space Programme, so it doesn't properly have its own thing.
So this is the Gonzo Gulag.
I wish you would drop that name, actually. You know what? I don't like that name very much. This isn't a gulag, this is a rehabilitation centre. We discussed this last time.
Let's have a quick review of what we're up to. You don't have cells yet, you've got a holding cell, you've put some beds in there. Bunk beds. You've got the first prisoners through the door.
There's 6 guys hanging around in there. Nobody's keeping an eye on them.
Nobody's keeping an eye on them. They have to shit in public.
Now, it's been a couple of weeks since we recorded. I remember I built this thing here.
You built a yard, you've got a little room there, I don't know what that's for.
Me either, I can't remember.
You've got a big room there, I don't know what that's for.
Now this bit I remember, we moved some storage up here, and then I believe the plan was we would put some industry, so we'd put like cleaning cupboards and junk down here. Could this be visitation, maybe?
It's very small for visitation.
It is, isn't it? I'm not sure what I was thinking there.
Well, let's think about what you've got and what you need. You've got the very basic facilities. Do you have cleaners? Because your place is filthy.
I thought I'd unlocked clean. Yeah, we've got them there. Look.
They're just stuck. They're just.
Of course, the warden gets his office cleaned first. There's a little Polaroid there. Hide that out of the way. Yeah, I can't quite remember what I was doing with this. Now we have learned that you can uninstall, or you can tell them not to install these lights.
Yes, if you click on foundations and then deselect auto lights.
You know what? I've played every update of this since about version, I don't know, 8 or 9.
I have no idea when that appeared.
I didn't even know it was a thing. That's pretty good. I think was it Kirby maybe pointed that out as well?
Yeah, it was Kirby actually. Although I have to say that I started playing Prison Architect myself and discovered that you could do that within about 3 seconds of starting.
Yeah, I saw you gloating on my Facebook page. Oh yeah, I noticed this.
I suppose it's probably because, you know, you're sort of stuck in your routine from before it was there.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm brand new to it, so I'm probably more likely to spot these new things.
Well, that could have been there from day one, and I've just never picked up on it.
Well, plan your prison. What are you going to do?
So we need to get.
You need to unlock
bureaucracy.
groundskeeping. It's being researched. Why don't you look at...
It's the wrong button.
At what other...
Got cleaning.
It's in progress.
We're doing that,
why don't you pick up another grant to give you some direction? Because you've only got 1 grant going on at the minute.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad idea. What we'll do... I can't even remember where it is.
You click the money icon.
Money!
There you go.
Oh, that's handy. Okay then. Now, we have got that holding cell. We do need a cell block.
A cell block's very expensive and you've only got 18 grand.
Aye.
And you're talking a big money investment, so you might need to complete a couple more contracts to do that. Inmate health and well-being will take a while. Staff well-being can be done relatively quickly, I think.
You know what? I'm quite liking the idea of taking health and well-being because it's handy always to have a medical ward with some doctors in it, but the psychologist as well, getting the psychologist on board so I can see the needs of me prisoners.
I was just more thinking about what you could do quickest. Take a look at the staff well-being requirements.
Staff room, we can do that.
So you need a staff room, that could be easily done because you can just take them off assigned duties for a split second.
Aye.
All you need to do for that 10 grand is build a staff room.
Ka-ching! Okay then, here's an idea. Could we... where could we put it? Up here's maybe not a bad idea. Sort of out the prison, but kind of across a little bit.
Could do.
I mean, let's not go nuts. That's a decent size, I think. We can cram some stuff in there.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be huge. Although it helps. That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. Ba-boom. Put a door in there.
Quite a place to put the door, but alright.
That'd be alright, because they're going to come in here, you see. This is all staff stuff. So
do you really think you need a prison door to go into the offices? I mean, let's be honest, if your prisoners get out there, I think they're probably going to try and get through the main gate rather than into the staff offices.
Yeah, but you see, what I'm concerned about is longer term, we'll probably have an armoury and some armed guards, and I'm not sure where I'm going to put that, and I don't want people gunning for me staff willy-nilly.
But that's longer term. In the short term, it would free up your movement.
We'll see how we get on with this, because obviously those cleaners got stuck.
I mean,
these guys don't have any reason to go anywhere else bar the staff room, so once they're in there, I ain't worried.
I mean, in my prisons, because I've been playing now, I wasn't when we first started, I've put in very, very few prison doors until the point that I get automated door technology, and I can't say I've ever had a problem.
Yeah, I know, it's just I'm used to playing before we had those remote things, and not just that as well. Like, you know, I've mentioned the idea that I like to have control over my prison. I like to make sure that I've got, like, a fairly firm but fair regime. But there's something about prison doors that make it feel quite prisony. You pointed out we can't have, like, barred walls here, where everybody walks by and stares at the prisoners. So, for lack of having barred doors, or having barred, barred cells, we've got these. So it makes it feel like a prison. One thing that I was going to mention, it's probably longer term, but cleaning cupboard. My plan was to have maybe a cleaning cupboard down here. Not sure if we'll have enough space for like a workshop longer term, but maybe the laundry and stuff. That's it. That's what we're going to do.
That was going to be your laundry.
Aye, because I find it's quite important. Or certainly it was in previous builds, not sure what it's like now, but as soon as we've got a cell block, prisoners will start changing their clothes and be expecting some fresh laundry.
Yeah. It took me a little while to realise that. And the cleaning cupboard's quite useful, because then, you can get your prisoners to do the stuff that you would normally have to hire other people for.
So what we're going to do, this I think is probably a good size for...
I think with a 3x3 you can get maybe 2 prisoners doing...
Aye.
What's with the little corridor there? What benefit's that going to fit?
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was going to expand in this direction.
Now, you could do...
Maybe something like that, maybe.
Okay, so you're gonna have the cleaning room at the right.
Yeah.
Hang on, what are you doing? What's going there?
Okay, and that's 3. That's the cleaning cupboard.
That's the cleaning cupboard.
That's the biggest of the room. We'll have a laundry.
There, and that little room.
Stuff goes in there.
Put a small common room in there.
Got a big common room.
Oh, you've got a big common room.
But that's not. I mean, that we couldn't repurpose it though.
You put a psychologist's office in there for the time being.
Aye. Okay, we've got this bit. Hang on, we're jumping all over the bloody... It's a shambles, this one, Ewok. A shambles.
So you've came in without a plan, that's your problem.
Right, we need staff room. Staff room. That'd be nice. 4x4. It is 4x4.
Yeah, you just got to unpause it for a second.
Wide sofa. Drinks machines. Wide sofa.
Now, I don't know why, but when I built my staff room, you'll need lights as well, by the way. When I built my staff room, I put TVs in and all sorts. Doesn't give you any benefit, but I just felt it should look the part.
Oh yeah, totally. They're getting a pool table.
Oh, you really do treat your staff well.
So there's a pool table just over in this direction. TV. Now I can't make it face the right way.
You can. That's the right way. That's the wrong way.
Oh,
so you see the buttons at the front?
Yes, aye, you're right. So, TV in the corner.
Bloody miles away.
That's alright, we're just sitting.
They'll be bloody squinting. They'll be watching the telly through that telescopes.
The telescopes?
The telescopes.
Oh, there's another apple, alright. Sorry if you've got epilepsy.
This video is not suitable for the epileptics.
Any epileptics, get out now.
I said that badly. I said the epileptics, which is really pigeonholing people, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not the best. So, rooms. Laundry. Now, remind us, have you had a laundry in one of the prisons that you've built? This is handy if I can
Yes,
refer to
it
you.
needs power and... I don't think you've unlocked it yet. You need prison labour.
Prison labour. I was going to ask that. Do I need prison labour, and do prisoners need to do any kind of class?
Not for laundry.
Not
you
for
need
laundry.
to do classes for the workshop and the kitchen.
Right, health and safety, and then the workshop induction.
Yeah.
Cool.
My prisoners
Right.
seem to fail the health and safety in the kitchen quite a lot, but they don't seem to have any problems with the workshop course, which you'd think would be more demanding. But your cleaning staff and your laundry staff don't have to worry about them.
Prison labour. Set that away. Alright, we've got 11 grand. That's not bad.
It's not great. But it's your first prison.
It'll be alright. We'll get a little bit of cash once we'll get that going. Yeah, and this is the thing as
you'll
well.
You'll need electricity and water for your laundry room.
Aye.
But sorry, that's far off yet.
Yeah,
That's a while off.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't just run it across here. Well, you know what? We'll put it across here anyway.
Because you'll need it for the lights and
Yeah.
whatnot.
We'll come out.
Can the prisoners like sabotage the power cables?
Not that I know of. It's not to say
I've never seen anyone attempt, but I tend to like run mine along the walls just on the off chance. Saying that, I've not had. Actually, that's not true. I've had 3 prisons so far. I've had lots of bother in one of them, but the others were mostly okay. I feel like you're gonna have bother in your prison, because the ones I haven't had bother with, I had a lot of money from selling my previous prisons. Where are all your prisoners?
Oh, there they are. It must be yard time. That I just
the
saw the
ones
was a better check.
Yeah, the ones I've not had problems with. I built the prison up quite a bit before I brought prisoners in.
Look at him. I think he's a gangbanger. Gotta be with those tattoos on his head.
Yeah, the gang members get tats. I think you'll need to unlock some more stuff before you find out, though.
Aye.
I'm not sure if it's prisoner intelligence or whether the psychologist will let you do that.
I really wouldn't want to be him carrying logs past all of those guys.
But yeah, I had a big riot in one of my prisoners. In one of my prisons, a couple of prisoners died and a guard died. It was a nightmare. I was just about to sell as well, and then the value of my prison dropped significantly, as it would, with the death.
Aye, all those deaths, all those murders that happened.
Then they're murders, yeah.
All right, so 5 guards without assigned duties. Well, they haven't got assigned duties, have they?
If they're like going to a door or something like that, then it counts as an assigned duty.
So
if somebody's...
So could I just put them all here? And then as soon as they're there and not doing anything...
Possibly.
Come on. All these come out. He might be tired as well, like... Oh no, it says none of these staff are exhausted. So...
Yeah, you see, it's because they're constantly having tasks demanded of them. You might have to hire a few guards, basically.
Oh dear. Well, I'll eat into my profits. 100 a day.
I mean, if you hover over the guards thing itself, does it?
There we go. It solved itself.
Well, there you go. They cost 100 a day. In fact, they're not cost 500 a day. The guards.
Got bureaucracy. Got ourselves a guard now.
And there you go. 24 grand.
Nice. Back in the cash. So, we need more prisoners in the prison. That would be handy.
Do you think yet? Do you think it's a bit early?
I
mean, if you're making a profit, I would stick with the grants for now.
At the end of last time, we were trying to work out how we make more prisoners turn up, remember? That was the very end of last episode. I think from looking at it, all I need to do is I'll say I need a maximum of 8 prisoners, because I know that I've got 8 beds, so another couple will come in a good long while, but it gives us a bit more time to prepare, see what we're doing.
Another couple of grants then? Give you something to work towards?
I think so. Buildy. Anything else we need here?
Start researching psychology and health.
Aye, I'm thinking so. Get health, get psychology.
And then have a look at the grants.
Now, why did I build this room? I wish I'd reviewed the last video before we started recording, because I cannot remember for the life of us why this building's here. Looks quite nice. I like this idea of it being sort of separate from the yard.
There's all sorts you could turn it into. But I would still strongly suggest you look at the grants. If only to give you a direction. It's the money.
I know, you're going to have to keep saying that.
So visitation rights. I mean, you've already got the common room for that.
We've got the phone booths.
You've got the phone booths. You know what? You need power running to the phone booths. I didn't realise that, and it doesn't tell you.
Didn't you say that?
Oh yeah,
I'm sure you did.
If you don't have power running to the phone booths, the prisoners won't use them, and they'll get really arsey. But you're most of the way to doing that one. You just need a visitation room. Although I don't know where you're going to put it. So you built your prison in a cack-handed way.
It's not cack-handed. I was putting this together without you having any knowledge of the game. You go away,
now,
play a few hours, you think you're bloody Hitler.
In between your laundrette and your... Yeah, so you can build a corridor coming out there, or a walkway coming out there, and have a visitation room that the visitors can get in from the main road, and the prisoners can get in through the back.
What I could do... I hear what you're saying, but that prison will probably expand down in this kind of direction. I could turn this into...
You're pointing at the screen. But you've got your mouse over it.
The common room. And the common room could become the visitation.
That's not a bad idea, because you don't need a huge
just
common
come
room.
straight in, through a metal detector, down, hello, and then they're out again.
Sounds good to me.
Aye, so what we'll do... Have a look at them. Look at them all pooing! You can see it because there's no curtains in this game. And, yeah.
Have you got a security
I didn't build
chief?
things particularly well. Don't think so.
Right.
No. Right, so we're going to do this now.
You're going to do that.
How do I remove room designation? Just right-clicked on it. Pause it for a second. Common room is there. That becomes the common room. And then dismantle, 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 dismantle.
And what are you going to do with that phone?
Dismantle. Connect.
Shock.
Connect.
You can connect it. That's not going to help you. It's when you get wiretaps. You can connect it to a wiretap.
Wiretaps be buggered.
So that you can listen in a prisoner's conversations and make sure they're not like arranging for contraband to get delivered and stuff like that.
That's very sneaky. I like that. That's a good one. Okay, so common room.
I've never done it, but I know that the wiretap is a thing, and it says it has to be connected.
So, minimum in the common room, we need sofa. Go to the pool table. Get my phone booth in the corner. 2 wide sofas. Got a seat. I mean, it's getting a bit kind of crowded in here.
Yeah, but not everyone's going to be using it at once. I think that'll do it, won't it?
Aye, that's it's not too bad. Shifted the phone booth. Put that over by the radio so nobody can hear what the bloody hell's going on.
That's a good plan. And then visitation.
Visitation.
I can't mock for not knowing things because I didn't know that you could put things in that search box at the bottom. Because I'm an idiot.
Now, how are we going to do this? I don't want loads in to get us started.
So around the edges.
Aye. And that's quite a bit that we're spending on there, but that's handy anyway. It'll fulfil those needs for the prisoners.
It's quite a bit, you say, but money's going up quicker than it's going down. When we started, you had 17 or so. You've now got 21 and a half, and when that room's finished, you'll get a load more.
Aye.
What was it? 20 grand for that one? Oh, you haven't picked up the. Yeah.
I didn't even get it, did I?
Oh, so that's an extra 10 grand. So that's going to take you up to 36, isn't it?
Ah, it's not bad going, like. I'm thinking probably
Health and well-being.
Aye.
And that might start to pay for your cell block after that.
Aye.
And your cell block, I think, is going to be a necessity. Because until you get the cell block, you're going to have your prisoners having privacy needs.
Aye. Well, certainly when they're using the toilets.
When they're using the toilets in front of each other. Although it's private from the guards, they could be just shanking each other with shanks or with penises.
And I don't have deployment yet, do I?
No. That's why I asked if you had a security chief.
So I need security chief, then I need deployment.
Then unlock deployment, yeah.
Warden's got quite a bit on his plate there, but it's only 500 quid to get a security chief, so...
It'll take a little while, but until then,
Aye.
you've got progression on your side.
There we are, we'll just speed things up just while things are ticking over. See the gardener's doing sterling work there.
Your staff room sorted.
Aye. Got staff chilling there. He's researching while he's in the staff room. Good for him. It's a good work ethic. You'll go farm as the foreman. Jimmy the foreman.
Jimmy.
It's always Jimmy. It's like kind of the default name here on the channel for anybody. They tend to get called Jimmy. I have noticed this. Tables are a bit dirty. Be alright. Okay. What are they doing?
They're sort of milling around waiting for the guard to open the door, I think.
I don't trust them.
Oh, you've got 41 grand now, so I presume your common room's done. So it's time for the next task. You're just sitting milling here doing nothing.
What else do we need? What else do we need?
Well, your health and well-being, you could build your medical ward.
Aye.
How's your research doing in terms of... because you were researching health and psychology. So I'd check in on your research.
I'm thinking, that little room that's just to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're getting there. Nearly got health. This is going to become a little health centre.
I'd say it's a small health centre, but at the moment it's a small prison.
Exactly, and you know what? It's under lock and key anyway, so the prisoners even can't easily get into it.
I think it's worth putting a metal detector on a medical ward. I don't know if people can smuggle drugs out. I don't know if like needles and things would come up in the metal detector.
I know.
A lot of it's guesswork, isn't it?
It can be. I think if you've got a clear handle on what you can do in the game, the mechanics of it. How do they class it? Ward? No.
Well, you've not got that many things there.
Actually,
You'll need to get health before it's unlocked.
This is true.
So you'll not be able to build it yet.
That's a shame. But that's it's incoming anyway.
But what can you build that you haven't got if you were to look at the rooms menu? Because you can get a head start on some things. So you could build that cleaning cupboard.
Forestry Chapel cleaning cupboard.
And at least keep the prison clean.
Turn that in the cleaning cupboard there.
And there's always the old parole office.
The parole office, I want to be careful about where I put that because things can go properly local.
Yeah, maybe best not to do it until you've got deployment, so you can station a guard in the patrol room.
Exactly.
Prisoners don't like it when the parole gets denied.
No. Speaking of that, actually, I picked up Netflix, and I picked it up purely to watch Making a Murderer.
A lot of people have been going on about Making a Murderer.
It's amazing TV. We're not going to talk about it, but if you've got Netflix, it's a Netflix exclusive. It's definitely worth watching.
It's interesting reading the various articles about the things that weren't included in the documentary.
Oh, totally. I'm not saying in terms of watching it and going, oh yeah, I'm totally buying every single word here. It is still a documentary, but it's fantastic and very compelling viewing anyway. Just in terms of seeing how one of these cases kind of transpires.
Whereas I also recently renewed my Netflix subscription for Battlestar Galactica. Very different programme, but also very good.
Aye.
Even got the missus enjoying it, and she's not a traditional sci-fi lover.
Now,
like
is
me.
this the original Battlestar Galactica?
This is the remake from the mid-noughties, I think it started. About 2005, I think it started, at a rough guess. Gonna have Battlestar fans going mental now. But it's really good. We're most of the way through season 1 now.
Okay.
And as I say, my missus not a sci-fi fan, but I'd heard it was excellent, and I am a sci-fi fan, and I thought, let's give that a try. And she's as into it as I am. It's really good.
That's pretty interesting to hear. Now,
it's got like action, intrigue, politics.
in terms of Battlestar Galactica, something in the back of my head is saying that wasn't there a Kickstarter to make a new series?
I don't know.
So something in the back of my head is saying there was some sort of crowdfunding to do a new series.
Have you got any idea how long ago we started recording this video? We're kind of going off on a tangent. Do an old tab, see how long we've been recording for.
22 minutes. Coming on 23, that's not bad.
I mean, your prison. We haven't been watching the operation of your prison. The problem is that a lot of it's in the dark.
Yeah. We need.
I do think that guy's hair makes it look like a turban, which brings in significant problems of
chap hiding behind the bald chap
Yeah.
with the glasses.
Well, actually, now it looks like the bald guy's got a turban. Except not now. Do you think it's a turban, or do you think it's his hair?
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
I mean, he's very white. Not that white people can't.
Yeah, white. Yeah, of course, because
Can't
of
be
course in
Sikhs or
Ewok
whatever, you know?
world, yeah, of course in Ewok world, only people who aren't white are allowed to have other religions other than Christian.
Well, you know.
And on that bombshell,
You're digging me into a hole here. You know that I am a friend of all peoples.
I'm saying nothing there.
Let's move on swiftly. I was just commenting that it looked like a turban, and I wasn't sure if it was a turban or his hair.
And the guy
you know?
was possibly too white to wear a turban.
Do you think you're allowed to wear turbans in prison? Because you'd think, yes, there's a religious rights, religious freedom,
dress, yeah.
but you could also like hide like things in it. Like you wouldn't let a prisoner wear a baseball cap because he could hide contraband under his baseball cap. That's I'm curious to know how far religious freedoms extend when you've got security issues like
I wonder if anybody has any input on this. We're not looking for an argument about race, religion, and the prison system, but if anybody has any kind of
I just want to know what the answer to that is.
That would be quite a good one to throw out.
Because from a security
Somebody
point,
might answer.
from a security point of view, it would concern me that a prisoner had somewhere where they could potentially hide something. But on the other hand, I do believe in religious freedom.
Well, on that note, you know what, Ewok? I think we're going to leave it here. We've been doing just over 20 minutes. We'll be coming on about 25, thereabouts. we're kind of at that point where we want to build a health and well-being centre. Some people would call it a doctor's or a medical ward. We'll probably do it down here.
And I reckon with
got prisoners coming in.
I reckon with you're going to have about between 45 and 50 grand at the end of that. I reckon you could get the workings of maybe a 10-cell prison block.
Aye. I think we can do it. We could build quite a sizable one up here with its own self-contained shower area. That's the way I'm envisioning it. And probably spend quite a bit of cash making quite a big area up here.
And then just gradually fill it.
Yeah, start building cells into it. That's kind of my plan, I think. So, okay then, I've designated that, but we will call it here. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. If you have, you can like the video. If you haven't subscribed already, you can do. For a while, we did gain some new subscribers, thus reaching a new channel record, and then they buggered off again. So,
yeah, but they came back, and we're back at the equal channel record of 75 at the moment.
Hey, there we go, nearly the century.
Lovely.
Nice.
We'll see you guys next time, I hope. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching this Prison Architect video on the Gonzo Ewok channel. If you'd like to watch some Geordie Space Program, click the video on the left.
And if you want to watch one of our podcasts, click on the right.
And you can always press that subscribe button. Thanks!